pictures up here. So you have your beginning, your middle, and your ending. Your beginning is your who, where, and when. So my sentence starts off with, it all started my junior year of softball. I was playing alongside my teammates. So it all started. That is like a transition you're going to start with. So you all are going to write with, it started. So that gets you started, okay? So when we come back on Tuesday, you are going to write with, it all started. Alright? And we'll talk about it again. Okay?
On Monday,
so it all started my junior year of softball. I was playing alongside my teammates. Next thing I know, I'm lying on the ground, all because I didn't want to wear my mask. So what is that talking about? Which one of these does that fit under? Beginning, middle, or end? Raise your hand, please. Eden.
Middle.
Middle. Why is that? That is my...
Because you middle sentence.
But that is my what?
Middle sentence.
Or the problem. So the middle is my problem. Okay, so that's kind of the middle of my paragraph. And then this is my last sentence. Later that night, I ended up in the ER with my parents by my side, and my cut was glued shut. So my nose, I had a cut, and it was glued shut. So this sentence is my what?
With real glue.
With, yes. So this is what? My last sentence is what? Raise your hand, please. Jody, out.
The last sentence that was when you went to the ER, then you got a...
Yes, but what is that in my story? That is my...
Doctor.
What does this letter mean?
Solution.
Solution or the ending. So this sentence is the end of my paragraph. So that it'll sound like this. It all started my junior year of softball. I was playing alongside my teammates. The next thing I know, I'm lying on the ground, all because I didn't want to wear my mask. Later on that night, I ended up in the ER with my parents by my side, and my nose cut was glued shut. Alright? So you guys are going to help me with these transition words. We are going to underline them. So, this is my sentence. Do you remember what I told you the first 3 words were? Bo. It all started, Eden. So yes, that is what you're going to, well, pretend I underlined it. You can kind of see it. But it all started. That is the beginning of my sentence, and that's what you're going to start with. Where is my next transition? My next sentence. I know you can't really see it, but do you remember what I said? Jackson, do you remember what I said?
I know.
Mariah?
Middle
I know, but what is my next transition word I used?
Next.
So, the next transition word I used was, oh, now it works, was the next thing. So I wanted to add the next in here. So the next thing, that is my second transition word that I used. Okay, so in your paragraph, when you are writing this, you need to use transition words. They are very important when it comes to writing. Alright? So I started off with, it all started, and then I went to the next thing. Alright? So that happened next. What is my last transition word that I used?
Later.
Yes. So later, I'm going to add on in here because this is my transition word. So later on is my last sentence is saying later on that night I ended up in the ER. So that I used 3 transition words in here. I'm going to share a couple more with you so that way you know what words you can use when you are talking. Okay. So you can use the words after. Okay, so like after that, this happened. Or after the problem, after. Okay? Or you can use later on like I did. So later on, what happened later on in my story. We can use before. So before my problem, here's where I was. Or something along those lines. And then soon is another word you can use. Soon this will happen, or soon I went home, or something like that along those lines, okay? And then the last one you can use is right away. So like instead of me saying later on that night, I could say right away after I got hit, I went in my car and we drove back home. put it into words. Okay? So make sure you use those transition words. You're all going to start with "it all started." So that way you're beginning in there. Make sure you use the who, the where, and the when, because that is your setting. Where it takes place. Mine was my junior year of softball, so that's kind of where it took place, my junior year. The middle is my problem, so what happened in your story? What was the problem of your story? And then the ending is your solution. So, my solution is that's where I ended up after my problem. And now I'm all healed and I'm good to go. So this is what you are going to be working on when you come back. Okay? So I modeled it for you. Do you have any questions about this? Anyone confused? Do you not know what you're doing? Yes, Joshua. Are you confused? Do you have any questions? You're confused? What are you confused about? Do you understand what you're doing? So you're going to pick from the story you've been working on. You were gone a day last week, so you get to do yours. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to that story you were working on, and you're going to start here. Okay? You're going to draw your picture of your story, whatever story you picked from those boxes. Remember the boxes we used? You're going to pick your story. I want you to draw your pictures, and then you're going to write it. All right? Okay, does that make sense now? All right. Okay. Yes, Sophie, do you have a question? Okay. Does everyone understand what they're going to be doing? Okay. Sounds good.